Okay, this is Colton. Uh, nice little ball player. I've had him for about 2 months. Um, I took about 3 or 4 videos of Colton yesterday, but this is the one I'd like to share with everybody for, and not only just for him and his dad, but for everybody. We had a bunch of kids around Colton yesterday, and by kids I mean like high school players. And I had about 4 or 5 next to him doing their own thing, and I really like training and together with a lot of kids, especially the younger guys, because I think they pick up so much, just watching the older kids in between, listening to me talk or picking up baseballs. I could see Colton looking over and watching the kids do what they were doing, and um, there's some things in this swing that are just outstanding. It's a perfect swing, no, but I at this point in his lesson, this was the last thing we did, and I had planned on taking about 5 to 6 swings and taking video of it as I do with all my players. And he hit this ball like this, and I said, "That's it." And you can hear me at the end laughing. Um, we had done a lot of impact survival drilling, which is where I throw him heavy balls and light balls, so overweight and underweight balls, balls that are heavier than 5 ounces and those that are lighter than 5 ounces, so that his collision is the same and his bat path, remains unaffected. Um, he adjusts his barrel just a little bit there. You see the barrel kind of goes down and around, but look at the finish. I mean, there's a couple of things going on here I wanted to highlight for him because he doesn't do these all the time, but if you see it once, you know it's there. And if it's there, you can find it and you can repeat it and you can be more consistent. And I'm just really happy and thrilled with this swing here. And let's say he took 150 swings last night. I was lucky enough to capture the best one on film. And when you're making progress like that with a young kid, it's exciting. So let's talk about his stance. Pretty typical stuff here. What Colton does very well is he creates a great lever. His timing has been an issue, but he's working on it. We do a lot of leg lift timing drills. But this one's about perfect. He'll pick up his leg and his hands will go back right there. Okay? So what you're seeing here is great. This is about as good as it gets for an 8U player. You'll see that his knee, I mean, you guys might not be able to tell this, but I can tell that his rear foot, okay? All right, his plant foot is, well behind his knee, okay? That's creating good drive into the baseball. We talk about zero, net zero or negatives in the loading. He has no negative at all. You'll see him create a good, lever here. His arm goes straight back, another thing that we're looking for. And he does this together. See that? His bat will flatten a little bit right there, okay? This is something that gets lost a lot. It's not for everybody, but when you barrel load as he does, and then you're able to flatten that bat after barrel load and get through the zone flatter, you're onto something, okay? And I love the way his posture is over the plate here. I know I'm getting a lot of lines going here, but his posture over the plate is good. And then key on his back elbow. We did a lot of work yesterday on this elbow here. It's close to his body, all right? Now, he got a nice fat pitch here, but just having that elbow in that nice position means he's attaching his barrel. And look how close his barrel, right back here, is to his shoulder, okay? So he's attaching his barrel to a rotating mass that is his body, and that's where his power comes from. On this swing, he's got great posture, and he's over the plate on 2 planes. He's going to make okay collision. He kills the ball, and then, of course, his bat will move a little bit because he just doesn't have the core strength to survive a collision all the time, but he's come a long way there. Now watch this. You're going to see great ankle roll. That front foot is a window into what the hips are doing, so that tells us that the hips are working extremely well, okay? And then this finish I love. He never does this. I don't know why he did it yesterday. Again, my theory is that because he was watching the older kids and how they swung, I think this just happened. And look at that long decel right there to the ground. I mean, that is everything you want in a young man's swing right there. So, I mean, the load is fantastic to start with, and then I just get crazy about this long decel there. So his body has a long way to slow down. Now, from here, from impact to about here isn't great, but that's because, again, younger guys, they just don't have the strength to survive that collision. We're working on having him drive through it. When he does, look out, because these mechanics are getting very, very good. That finish is about as good as it gets. You're going to see great knee drive here. You don't have a great look at it, but I think you can see it enough. That back foot, you're not seeing that ankle roll over the toe. That's straight to the pitcher. That knee drive is straight to the pitcher. The only thing rolling is this front foot, and that tells us the hips continue to turn through the ball. Very, very good stuff. So, I could watch this one. You hear me laughing at the end there because, I didn't have anything else to say. Just murdered it. When a coach sees something like that, it's just very satisfying, and I'm happy for the youngster. That's it.